Good day. Welcome to Orange County Talk Radio. I'm John Marino, and we are produced by Shark Creative, made possible by Robeson Oil, the house that service built, by Michael Labriola, landscape design and construction of our month. They work up and down the Hudson Valley, by Hightower Westchester, managing your wealth to a fiduciary standard right through the Hudson Valley, and by Jaguar Land Rover, located across the Hudson Valley in places like New Rochelle, Mount Kisco, and White Plains. This is what's happening in the lower Hudson Valley, and we are joined by Louise Abramson. Louise Abramson is the founder of the Prostate Cancer Support Group, Cultivating Healing and Justice Initiatives Support Services, CHJI. You may know them as. They are based in Middletown. Louise, welcome back. You've had a well-documented battle against prostate cancer. How is that fight going now?
It's going fantastic. I have to give credit to my to my family, my biggest supporter, my wife Karen, and I happen to not know, but I got a therapy lab. It really did. I had everything I needed really, and I just didn't know it. And just like many of us, we don't know what we got at home until we find out that family is family, and and I got to thank my surgeon team, Dr. Astawari and Mount Sinai, and also my distant other surgeon team. I'm from Garnett here in Middletown, Dr. Borby. So it's been a fantastic recovery. I have gone and had a consecutive every 3 month PSA blood drawn, which is very, very important. And I'm up to my yearly, and it's just been a journey.
Now, your wife is Karen Abramson Martinez, correct?
That's right, the one and only.
And what is her position with CHJI?
Well, she's really the forefront champion on everything. She's the director. She has over 2.5 decades of working in social service field. She's helped veterans, and she's helped folks with major diseases, and also worked in different units in the hospital. So so she's quite a dynamic lady.
Karen Abramson Martinez at the forefront of what CHJI does, as is Louise Abramson, the founder of the Prostate Cancer Support Group, Cultivating Healing and Justice Initiative Support Services in Middletown. Louise, is your life back to 100% normal?
I would say it's getting there, and it's going on that path. You have to realize that cancer is something that is also affects you in a psychological level. So there is kind of like that, anxiety. Is it coming to come back? Am I really totally, okay now? You got that constant kind of like fear, and that takes a while for it to die down. But it's important that you keep that communication with your physician, that yourself, and anything that is not right or is not out of place, that you immediately go and get a quick check up, and don't miss your annually, as well as in the case of if you have a situation where you have surveillance, and you're actually being looked at, for a stretch of the time, to see if your PSA is being elevated, that you that, you need to keep a constant eye on that, have that communication with your doctors, make that time, to get there, go to that office, and really, advocate for yourself, and, make sure that, you put yourself first, because you can only help your family if you're around. So that's a big, so yeah. So to answer your question, in my 100%, I would say I'm roughly around 98, but obviously you have to kind of make sure
You have to
that
work to keep it there at that 98 or above. You have to work to keep it there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, this month of April is a key month in the fight against prostate cancer. It's a key month.
Yeah, this month we talk about health equity, and what does that mean for patients going through cancer, and it means it means what it means, that access to care is important, that barriers need to go away, that men need to break away from the stigma and know that that they're not here to face this alone, and this is perfectly fine. You to have that discussion with your children and let them know, so that when they become men, that they know that that they need to check themselves.
Did you have any symptoms a couple of years back when all of this began?
No. That was it. It's a very, very good question. Thank you, John. No, I did not. It was it was a very sudden thing. I didn't feel anything. Didn't have any reactions. If it wasn't for because of the PSA, I would have just never known. And it was very, very high elevated.
Mm-hmm. You might not be here right now if the PSA test didn't tell you what was going on.
No, I battled it through the pandemic. When I found out, I did see my my visits canceled, my surgeries postponed. It was very, very dramatic, and normally, cancer patients were allowed to have family members. I didn't have that options. I think that it showed a testament to how the new paradigm of looking at a treatment of patients has really evolved. Even with us as an organization, we do a lot of Zoom support. Our platform has gone with virtual presentations, at the advocacy as well, and it's a different, it's totally a different healthcare system now.
You look to be a guy that's in pretty good shape. Can you go out, exercise, get on a basketball court, maybe run a couple of miles if you want to, and not really think about it again?
Well, I'm a former first responder. I have that in my genes. So, but getting out there, rekindling with your young days, getting out there, doing your sports, being active. It's all about part of the recovery. This is not a death sentence. This is something where now that your time is precious, and now that you need to get out there and get out there and do things. Take a walk if it's too strenuous for you. But it really does help, and it helps with mental focus, and it centers you out. If you don't have that encouragement, bring somebody with you. Go walk with somebody. Maybe you and me, John, can take a little stroll on Central Park or something like that.
We'll have a competition. I grew up walking around Central Park. I grew up in the neighborhood there. I know the ins and outs where I could beat you. You will say the beginning. Luis, we're going to go here. Whoever gets there first. I know some of those ins and outs, those back curves there. So, by the way, you were a first responder where?
Well, I worked in the South Bronx. It was my own stopping grounds.
You came from the Lower East Side, right? Lower East Side of Manhattan originally?
Yeah. So there, yeah, exactly. And from there, like I moved back to downtown. So I was in Wall Street. I was over at 1PP. So, it's been a very dynamic work environment. I've worked in a lot of different positions, and learned a lot. But I've also learned how important it is to get out there, outreach. Work with the community, and that's it's a life-changing role. It really is.
Did you change your diet? Did you have to learn how to change your diet? I'm going to give you a little comparison here. I've dropped since the pandemic began. I dropped about 50 pounds. I changed the way I eat, the way I live a bit. And I had to go to a Shiva in Westchester in Mamaroneck last week. And one of my colleagues from another one of my media ventures, we both worked together 2 years straight online without seeing each other. I walked in, I had a double mask on. I didn't know what the family wanted. I saw nobody had a mask on. I took it off, and he did a double take looking at me like, is that really you? And I said, hey, Dave, oh, by the way, yeah, I know we work together all the time, but when we talk all the time, the one thing I forgot to tell you was I lost 50 pounds since I last saw you. And then he offered me something to eat a little while later, and this was early evening. And I said, I changed the way I eat totally, so thanks, but I'll have to pass. And he said, what did you have so far today? Eat anything? I said, coffee. Matter of fact, I just went to Starbucks across the street here where I used to hang out in Mamaroneck and got one of my, what I consider a protein drink from there that helps me, I think, keep the shape, I would say, that I'm in right now. And then he said to me, and he said it later on too, he said, I can't do what you're doing right now. I said, why not? He said, I can't do it. He said, I can't eat the way you eat right now, especially compared to the way you used to eat. I said, I didn't think I could do it too, but I found out I had to and I needed to, and I found a way to do it, so you can do it too.
Well, like everything, you go going into this, eating all kinds of carbs and, living it up. And then when you go to the doctor's office, they immediately tell you, hey, you got to lay back a little bit of caffeine, and you gotta they try to do a decaf tea, and you gotta try to eat more greens and try to stay off of the red meat, and like anything, that's tough, but you do get used to after routine. You do get used to it. I mean, it is in fact a little slightly more expensive sometimes to eat healthier. That's for sure. But like you said, this pandemic has been something that has really resonated with a lot of folks. People now actually go out, get that little leisure walk, we even have forgotten how people look like, when we go meet them, because now they got the mask off.
Right.
But I'm very proud of you, because it takes a lot of chutzpah, to get out there, and just do what you're doing, and so that's great. 50 pounds, it's a big achievement.
I have to say, walking too during the pandemic, especially a little over a year ago when I had a massive hernia surgery, that walking helped me get back as soon as possible. Yesterday, I had to be out in Bridgehampton, where I am the public address announcer for their athletic activities at Bridgehampton High School, and we had a game moved from Tuesday to yesterday that I had to be at. So I'm generally in Starbucks in Bridgehampton before the game. So I got my so-called protein drink, what I call it, a protein drink, and I went back. I was interested in having something to eat. Eyeing the pastries up and down, and the barista said, what'll you have? And I said, you got oatmeal? They said, yeah. I said, let's go with the oatmeal. So I passed on the pastries. I had and that's the last thing I've eaten since about 6 o'clock last night. So yeah, it is work, we do. And I know for prostate cancer, recovering, getting your life back to normal, there are some dietary changes that you likely have to make. And it's something that if we want to live a certain way and hope to live a certain way, regardless of what the issue might be, we have to do it. Now, Luis Abramson is the founder of the Prostate Cancer Support Group, Cultivating Healing and Justice Initiative Support Services, CHJI, in Middletown. Luis, coming up in a few weeks, May 14th, Saturday, May 14th, you have a major event that you are kicking off for the group. It is the first ever, the inaugural awareness walk. We're talking about walking. It's going to be, again, Saturday, May 14th at the Otisville Veterans Memorial Park in Otisville. How early do we need to get out there that day?
Well, first of all, the address is at the Otisville Veterans Memorial Park on 2379 Main Street in Otisville, New York.
In Orange County. Yeah,
in Orange County. That's right. Yeah. That's right. For some of the New Yorkers, we are about an hour and 20 up on the Hudson Valley area and Orange County.
Off 84. Off 84, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on May 14th. Like you said, we start at 9, registering at 9:30 to start the walk, and by 10. It runs all the way until 2 p.m. So basically from 9 to 2, come down, expect some a food vendor, some ice cream. We're also going to have the Hudson Valley Ghostbusters with a very nice gentleman by the name of Matthew Bennett and his team. We're going to have the Hudson Valley Renegades up there with their mascot and their new We Care initiative, which
and they are the Yankees farm team, by the way, the A-level.
Oh, exactly.
Team run by Steve Kleiner in the front office at the Renegades over at Dutchess Stadium in Dutchess County off of 84. Yeah, right before you hit the Newburgh Beacon Bridge. So and then I want to give a special shout out and thank you to the village of Otisville elected officials, the mayor, the trustees, Trustee Lance as well, and their first responders team, their fire department, and their bank over there, Wallkill Valley Federal, and Ketchum Fencing, and all the other donors that have come, so that this could be an actual event that could be held. It's a town that is very family oriented and centered, and even though it's in little America, it is a piece of apple pie. It's a very, very nice area. So the park is very nice and clean. It is dog friendly, so you can bring your dogs to the walk, and we definitely look forward to seeing everybody there. And again, the address to that event is going to be at the Veteran Memorial Park at 2379 in Main Street, Otisville, New York. If you have any questions, you can contact our organization at 877-245-4227. John, we're gonna have a lot of fun. The Orange County Chamber of Commerce, are they involved with this too? You got a lot of the area businesses pitching in.
Yeah. The Orange County Chamber of Commerce has always been a loyal partner with us, and they're always on the forefront. So they're
our good friend
involved.
Heather Bell Meyer, the president of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then like always, Shark Creative, Orange County Radio, with John Marino. You've always been one of our loyal followers. This organization is a grassroots organization, family run. We have a eclectic board of 15 members. We have members that careers in special needs and alike. So we welcome men of all abilities, not just men of one side, but all abilities. That means of any disability as well. I think the cancer does not care, where you're coming from, what color you are, what your abilities are. So prostate cancer needs to be reachable to any catchment area and any folks. So
it hits everybody. As I pointed out once, my uncle had it for 14 years. Mm-hmm. And he learned to live with it for 14 years. When he died at the age of 87, it wasn't from that, as it turned out. He had it under control because he did what he needed to do. Now, knowing that uncle, I think he learned a little later in life, maybe sometimes you do have to do what you need to do. But he did it at that age, diagnosed in the early 70s, and he lived another 14 years after it. So, and like I said, he did not die from that. Yeah. So,
guys, you guys in the audience, you need to know that it's 1 in 8, 1 in 5 for Latinos, 1 in 4 for male Black. That's a very, very, very low ratio. So so it means that we can fill a stadium, and with the amount of men that they get this kind of type of cancer. So it's important, and that's why on August 24th we're gonna be down in Hudson Valley. Renegades over there, lighting a blue for you, and also on July 24th, keep that on your calendar, because as you see the shirt you see here, it says that this is our second annual our car show. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it, John?
Yep, I can see that. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. So so we're actively in the community. We want to bring you out there. We want to make sure that that you need to take your PSA, and our doctors that are affiliates, they come down. They bring all their knowledge, and they come down with a very good heart, and they come down to get there and try to help you guys out. So don't forget our walk again on May 14th. And John, you're always welcome to come down.
That day I have to be in White Plains. If I'm not in White Plains for the annual event at White Plains High, I've worked with for over 30 years. Do you know the Laux Track and Field Games at White Plains High School? Well, I've been on the committee that's put that together since '89, and that's our weekend. Usually it's Mother's Day weekend. We're not doing a Mother's Day this year. We're doing it that weekend. So on the 14th, I better be there, or somebody whose name I won't mention.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah,
and a lot of the schools from Orange County will be over at White Plains that day too. I haven't looked at the whole list of schools yet, but we always get a good representation from Warwick and Middletown and Pine Bush, without a doubt, and places like that from Orange County. And what am I thinking of? Over right off of Monroe Woodbury also too. Yep. And they always do very well, those schools at the Laux games. Yep. So we have it.
So as you see, Hudson Valley over here,
Hudson Valley works together. That's the one thing about this region, from Westchester up through Sullivan County, the 7-county region, that everybody works together. The county executives get together as one from time to time, from all 7 counties, to work and plan together. And we do have to realize that what Southern Westchester needs is not the same thing as what Northern Sullivan County might need, and yet they find a way as one region to make it all work together, especially athletically with sections 1 and 9 and everything they do. They're not totally in lockstep, I don't think, with what they do, but from what I see, they pretty much kind of work together through the years in the county. Make that happen too.
Yeah, I mean,
and the chambers of commerce work together also too.
Let me tell you,
the Hudson Valley Gateway Chamber of Commerce is big at putting it all together. Yep.
Yeah, we have a phenomenal team. I'm so proud of our New York State shareholders here. Because we're without a doubt a resilient state. We got hit with this pandemic, and we have rise through the challenge, each and every one of us. And we will continue to do so. And that's one of the reasons why I started cultivating healing in justice initiative support services. And exactly what it sounds like. We were cultivating the healing to bring justice to this cancer and to men, so that they have a outlet, a gateway, an advocacy, a support group, so it's so important to get the message out there. And I applaud you. Come down, take a nice leisure walk. You don't have to be a champion, a Olympic champion. You just got to come down and walk and leisurely walk with us. We're here to help you, and it's going to be great. So on May 14th, again at the Memorial Park, the Veteran Memorial Park on 2379 Main Street in the village of Otisville.
And give us all the contact information for the group. Everything you have, emails, phone numbers. Again, I know you mentioned before, etc.
Yeah. So if you need any information, any info, any contact, you can reach us at 877-245-4227.
And the website.
And yeah, of course. So our website is chjiss.org. You can reach us at 877-245-4227.
And what's that CHJI email you have too?
Sure. It's info@chjisupportservices.org. So it's so it's our first letters, CHJI supportservices.org.
All right, Luis, I have to really compliment you and everything you and Karen have done, because you put this together during the pandemic at the toughest time in our lifetimes and decades in this country and around the world. Basically, these are the toughest times since World War II. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And congratulations to everything you and Karen have done. All continued success to both of you and to the group. Luis Abramson, founder, Prostate Cancer Support Group, Cultivating Healing and Justice Initiative Support Services, CHJI of Middletown. And of course, let's not forget Karen Abramson Martinez as well, too, who works together with Luis. And to the two of you again, our thanks and congratulations to everything you've done.
Thank you. Thank you to your team over there at Shark Creative and Orange County Talk Radio, John. And thank you to all our supporters and our team over here, CHJI Support Services Inc. They're a group of volunteers. They're wonderful folks, and we are here to help you.
Luis, all the best, and I know you'll be in tip-top shape for May 14th, the inaugural Awareness Walk, CHJI, Cultivating Healing and Justice Initiative Support Services in Middletown, Saturday, May 14th. Come down around 9 a.m. Stick around until at least 2 if you can. Over at the Otisville Veterans Memorial Park, Main Street in Otisville, for the first ever for this group that they're putting together and presenting to us, inaugural Awareness Walk as the battle against prostate cancer goes on. And Luis, all the continued best to you and yours as your recovery goes on too.
And thank you, and for all those survivors, come down, walk with us. I hope to see you there.
And let's see if Luis can beat everybody who comes down walking. We'll have a competition, right? Yep.
We'll try.
I have a feeling you'll win. So let's leave it at that. Luis Abramson, we thank you here on Orange County Talk Radio. What's happening in the lower Hudson Valley? I'm John Marino. We are produced by Shark Creative, made possible by Robeson Oil, the house service built by Michael Labriola, landscape design and construction. They're in Armonk and they work up and down the Hudson Valley. Hightower, Westchester, they're over in White Plains, and they are managing your well-to fiduciary standard right through the Hudson Valley. Jaguar Land Rover of New Rochelle, Mount Kisco, and White Plains, and they work throughout the Hudson Valley, over in Fairfield County too as well. And here, over at Shark Creative and Shark Creative Services, Orange County Talk Radio, we are the home of Orange Dutchess, Westchester, Rockland, Putnam, and Fairfield County Talk Radio. By the way, We have an app that you can download right now. Get all of our programming through our Westchester Talk Radio app. Download it. It's called Westchester Talk, and take all those respective talk radios I mentioned to you a moment ago with you anywhere and everywhere you go, 24/7, courtesy of Shark Creative.